This is problem 3.2.45. We want to find the equation of a tangent line for this equation at the point 2, 8. So when I look at this equation for y, I have a 4x times a bunch of stuff inside the parentheses raised to the 7th power. And so the first thing I notice is that this does look like a multiplication, and I'm going to have to use the product rule. And so I could divide it into this piece and use the product rule. And I could say like this would be my f of x and my g of x. So I want to use the product rule, but notice on this g of x we're going to have to use the chain rule as well. So this is going to be a multi-step problem. Let's start with finding the derivative. Okay. So first I'm going to use the product rule, and maybe I should write these down before I start working. So the product rule is that the derivative of f times g is equal to f times g prime plus g times f prime. Okay, so let's find our y prime now. So I have my f and I have my g of x because it was multiplication here. So let's see, so f, keep it exactly the same, times now g prime, take the derivative of this part. Now to find g prime, we need to use the chain rule, okay, because we have all of this inside the parentheses raised to the 7th power. Okay, depending on how you want to do this, you might want to come over and do a little side step. So the derivative of just this x squared minus 4x plus 5 to the power 7, I would have to use the chain rule. I put my box around the stuff on the inside, so it'll be 7, keep everything in the box the same, raised to the power 6, times the derivative of what's inside the box. So keep everything inside the box the same, and the derivative of what's inside the box, that would be a 2x minus 4. Okay, so now let's bring that back over here and plug it in. Oh, just as a note, so remember what we did here, we had to use the chain rule. So sometimes inside the product rule you have to use the chain rule. Okay. So for g prime of x we had 7 times x squared minus 4x plus 5 raised to the power 6 times 2x minus 4. Okay, so this entire thing was our g prime. Plus, now we do g and keep g exactly the same, times f prime, and the derivative of 4x is just 4. Okay, at this point you would probably simplify a lot, but really we want to find our slope at the point 2, 8. So I would just say, okay, let's go ahead and plug in the point x equals 2 instead of trying to simplify. So y prime evaluated at x equals 2, that means plug the 2 in. It's going to be 4 times 2 times 7 times 2 squared minus 4 times 2 plus 5 to the power 6 times 2 minus 4 plus 2 squared minus 4 times 2 plus 5 raised to the power 7 times 4. So this will probably take a while to put into your calculator. And you'll probably want to make sure you double check your work before you continue on. Let's see what this gives me. So I decided to do just a couple pieces, so I kind of went through and did like 4 times 2 is 8, and I was just doing it piece by piece at a time because it was too much to put in my calculator all at once. But notice right here, we have 2 times 2 minus 4, and if you notice that right away, that piece is going to give you 0. There's that nice little 0 there, which is nice because that entire term then is going to be 0. And the rest of it is actually pretty easy to put in my calculator. I just get 4. So my slope is 4. Now I think they said find the entire line. Yep, so find the equation of the tangent line. So equation of a line is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay, and now we plug in, let's see, our slope is 4. And our point is, if I remember, 2, 8. Okay, so we're going to have y minus the y value, and our point is 8, equals our slope of 4 times x minus our x value, which was 2. So we're going to have, let's move the 8 over, so we're going to have 4x minus 8 plus 8. Those 8's will cancel, and y equals 4x, and that's the equation of your tangent line.